Good morning, sir. Jake Carl Vaughn.
Yes.
Counsel of record here is Casey Strong. We haven't yet seen the substitution. Could you go ahead and place your appearance on the record?
Your Honor, Robert Drake from Hills Law, on behalf of the defendant Jake Vaughn. We executed a substitution yesterday, but I believe all the courthouses in the state were closed for Veterans Day. So I suspect that that's waiting to be filed in the office. I did speak with Ms. Strong about the matter yesterday, so.
All right. Mr. Drake, it's nice to see you.
Yep.
Somehow we lost you for a draft choice and a player to be named later to Cass County, although you're original Colon High School graduate, aren't you?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. I don't know how we let you slip through our fingers, but that happened somehow. Mr. Robert, what's the status of this case?
I believe they want a preliminary exam.
All right, let's take a look at this. I don't know what all judges do. I don't even know what everybody does here, but I at least like to touch base with the parties to make sure they don't owe me any money, to make sure they don't have an open warrant, make sure they're still at the same address. I don't see that Mr. Vaughn owes me any money. The complaint alleges that this happened in the city of Three Rivers on October 28th, second offense, fourth offense. So there's a lot on the line here. A methamphetamine charge as a first offense is punishable by up to 10 years in prison and a fine of up to $15,000. It's a weird scheme. Heroin's $4, 4 years, $2,000, but methamphetamine is 10 years and $15,000. If you have a second offense, it doubles it, which makes it a 20-year maximum, which you have. You're also alleged to be a fourth habitual offender, making this theoretically punishable by up to life imprisonment. Mr. Robert, what's the plea offer?
The plea offer was for him to plead guilty to possession of methamphetamine, would dismiss the fourth habitual, keep the drug double on.
All right, that would still be bad enough. It would limit it to a 20-year maximum, but it would change the guidelines. All right, let's take a look, make sure we're squared away for next Tuesday. In the normal course of events, Mr. Drake, the prelim would be scheduled for next Tuesday, the 18th. So let's see what that date looks like.
Well, I would also say it looks like this defendant had contact with police on October 28th, 2025. There's a new warrant request waiting for another count of possession of methamphetamine. No charges have been authorized yet, but running the prelim would prevent us from being able to negotiate a deal on both of those files together.
All right, that's something you may want to discuss. This allegedly occurred, I thought this was October 28th. This is alleged to be October 28th. There's another incident on October. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. All right. So there's a new potential warrant under investigation. If you hold the prelim, they're gonna cease negotiations. So right now it's a little difficult to know what to say because you don't know what's in the other case. It appears to be the same day. So you guys are going to need to be in communication between now and next Tuesday. We're going to set this for a preliminary examination for Tuesday, November 18th. Does that work for you, Mr. Drake?
It does, Your Honor. at 1 PM, correct?
Yes. Mr. Vaughn, do you still live on Wing Road?
No,
Where do you, don't tell me your street address, but where do you live?
Long Neck Road,
All right, you still have a Mendon address, Long Neck Road?
Leandris.
All right, there are bond conditions in effect. You're not to leave the state of Michigan. You're not to certainly get arrested for any other charges. You're not to use any drugs or alcohol. And at some point, we may ask you to take a test to confirm that. But at this point, there is an offer, although it's
Well, and it looks
incomplete.
like I'm wrong. It looks like it just doubled up in our system.
All right, so
stating that
there's
she
not
was
another
reported.
thing? All right, there is not another one. It's the same thing that just got somehow duplicated. So that probably gives you a little relief. But anyway, we're dealing just with the facts of this case from October 28th. All right, you'll be here next Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Drakes, nice to see you again.
Yep.
I'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ross, we have on the top of the pile, a request for an adjournment that I didn't address because of the holiday yesterday. Let's talk about Landon Edward Clay. This is file 251873FY. Are you Landon Clay?
Yes.
Mr. Clay is charged with assault, causing an injury, criminal sexual conduct in the 4th degree, and assault and battery. Mr. Truckee, late Monday, had submitted a stipulation to adjourn the pre-exam. I probably saw it about 4:30. Yesterday was a Veterans Day, so we weren't here. Indicating defense counsel has a previously scheduled vacation. Was that for today?
Yeah, I came down from Grand Rapids.
Oh my gosh. In addition, this is the better reason, well, the first is a good reason, but 200 pages of medical documentation were recently received and under review. Mr. Robert has signed the stipulation to adjourn.
Well, and Your Honor, Mr. Truckee and I have talked this morning. He's, I believe, talked to his client. He submitted a waiver.
Oh,
We're
all
gonna
right.
continue working on this case as it goes. to
So
circuit
there's
court.
no need for the adjournment and the defendant will waive.
That's correct.
Very good. I'm sorry you had to come back from your vacation. They're hard to get.
It was either one person with a ponytail's mad at me or another.
You picked the wrong person. I'm sorry your wife's mad at you. I would have not been. All right, no need to adjourn. PEC for J. Robert. Defendant executed, I waiver. Mr. Clay, are you still at Frank Jones Road?
Yes.
Let's see if you owe me any money. Doesn't appear that you do. You've been in good contact with your lawyer. Stay in contact with your attorney.
Okay.
You're not to leave the state of Michigan without consent of the judge or the court, and don't get in any more trouble.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, you're good to go, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Robert.
Your Honor.
What's up, that?
Yeah, that's a good legitimate question. It'll be set for a status conference in the circuit court. We don't yet know what that date will be. It'll be sometime after the first of the year.
Okay, thank you.
Well, procrastination actually accomplished something that it didn't do much for poor Ross's vacation. Do we have anything else that we can deal with right now?
I don't believe so.
Do we know anything about any of the other cases?
Yes. Mr. George has submitted waivers on both of Johnny Estel's files.
Johnny J. Estelle. These are older. 241967 FD. And
But he still wants to be heard on bond. He says.
25309 FY. All right, so we may need to. All right, I'll set that aside for a moment. All right. Anything else?
Casey Strong gave us a waiver on Jeffrey Ellis. And Dustin Ace.
Jeffrey Ellis, file number 252034 is a waiver. Dustin Lace, who also goes by Dustin Mautern sometimes, file number 252197 FY is also a waiver. Casey's the duty attorney today.
Yes, I believe so.
All right, we know anything else?
No.
All right, here's Mr. George. Is that another waiver?
Yes. For Mr. Stoffer.
All right, Mr. Stoffer, let's talk to you. Good morning, sir. I feel less stress, but we don't have 22 arraignments before we start. And we start right on time and get right to business, and that's a privilege. I have all the Tuesday arraignments. Are you Kane Hunter Stoffer?
I am.
Mr. Stoffer, you're charged with possession of methamphetamine and fleeing a police officer for fourth degree. I understand you've executed a waiver of your pre-exam, and the matter will be bound over to circuit court. You have an unpaid fee of $125 in an old attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer case. That's file number 182542. So I want you to stop out at the counter and check into paying on that fine and cost. Are you still in Angola?
I am.
All right, your bond does allow you to reside and work in the state of Indiana. But I want you to pay that old fine. It looks like state minimum fee is $125. You probably got time served and $125, and then you got out and forgot about the $125. But I want you to pay that.
Sure.
All right. Waiver owes 125 in 182542 FY. I don't assume you have $125 on you today. If you do, you can pay it, but I at least want you to check in and start to make a payment to pay that. You do have $125 on
It's
you?
in the car.
I have $5 on me, so you're doing a lot better than I am.
I just didn't bring wallet or phone or anything.
All right, that's wise. All right. Be set for pre-exam, or set for a status conference in circuit court. All right, good. We'll get that old fine paid off, and a waiver is coming. Mr. George, you have a defendant in custody. You wish to discuss the bond?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can do that when you're ready. Are you also doing misdemeanor pretrials?
I think we're all set. It's a lot of
All
motions.
right. So are you ready on that case?
I am.
All right, you go with the bailiff, go out in your car, get your money, pay your old fine off, and the matter will be set for status conference in circuit court.
Thank you, Ron.
Good morning, Deputy Keeley. Judge Middleton calling. Could I see Johnny J. Estelle? Yes. All right, thanks. Bye. I'm still dealing with this cold. I still don't know who PA office is. Do we have an attorney general case? They're lurking in the background there.
I don't know if it's our office. Sometimes the victims' rights people log in and
Okay,
so it could be them.